In Dubai, the baseline for ambition is extreme verticality. This is a city that collects structural records the way others collect historical plaques. Yet right in the middle of all that dense, towering glass, the municipality spent millions of dollars to build a 150-meter-tall, entirely empty rectangle. When the city held an international competition for a new landmark, Mexican architect Fernando Donis submitted a strangely simple idea. He realized the skyline was already crowded with objects fighting for attention. Adding another tower would just be noise. Instead of building a new object, Donis focused on the aperture. His anti-landmark works as a structural lens, forcing the eye past the steel and onto the city itself. But a quiet, invisible lens didn't align with local tastes. By the time the structure was actually built, that subtle concept had morphed into a towering, highly visible monument impossible to ignore from miles away. The entire exterior was wrapped in a gold-colored stainless steel cladding. It's engineered specifically to catch the harsh desert light, broadcasting Dubai's self-styled City of Gold persona to anyone looking in its direction. That cladding even features the circular geometric logo of the Expo 2020 event stamped across the facade. The original architect pushed back, arguing his minimalist design had been sidelined and turned into a corporate billboard, leading to ongoing legal disputes over intellectual property. A concept meant to avoid adding another flashy object to the skyline was ultimately hijacked to do exactly that. The city ended up with a gleaming, controversial tourist attraction, holding the official record for the largest picture frame on Earth. Achieving that hollow shape was an immense logistical challenge. Connecting a horizontal sky bridge 150 meters in the air required lifting and staging nearly 10,000 tons of structural steel and reinforced concrete. The final dimensions, roughly 150 meters high by 93 meters wide, follow a specific mathematical formula. This ratio of 1 to 1.618 forms the golden rectangle, a proportion found in nautilus shells and Renaissance paintings that creates a subconscious sense of balance. It was then positioned in Zabel Park with extreme geographical precision. The towers are aligned so that the structure acts as a massive fixed-camera viewfinder, locked squarely between two distinct halves of the city. Every dimension, angle, and line of sight was engineered to keep the massive steel span standing, while forcing anyone looking through it into a highly curated, inescapable perspective of the local geography. The physical layout inside is designed to mirror a timeline. You start at the ground level, surrounded by exhibits documenting the 1960s, a time when the area was a small trading settlement built around tidal creeks, wooden boats, and pearl diving. The elevator ride to the top takes 30 seconds, a physical compression of the 50 years of expansion that transformed this landscape. When you step out onto the sky bridge and look to the north, you see the origin story, the twisting creek, the organic grid of the older Dara neighborhoods, and the modest, low-rise architecture of a port town. Turn around and look south, and the view jumps to the present. You are hit with a massive skyline of highways and a dense cluster of glass towers, anchored by the Burj Khalifa. Connecting these two views is a horizontal walkway fitted with smart glass floor panels. As you walk out over the middle of the span, the electrical current controlling the glass shifts from opaque to completely transparent. Your brain might know the engineering is safe, but your body still registers the biological threat of a 492-foot drop directly down to the park. The entire journey, from the historical exhibits up the rapid ascent to the dizzying tightrope walk between the old grid and the new towers, uses physical architecture to force visitors to bodily experience 50 years of urban evolution in a single sequence. It raises a genuine question about urban identity. When a settlement entirely replaces its economy, its population size, and its built environment in just 2 generations, is it actually still the same city? This visualization shows the staggering difference in scale between a flat landscape of coral and mud brick structures and one of the most vertically aggressive modern global hubs. With a gap that wide, the past is incredibly easy to pave over and forget. Most metropolises absorb their history slowly. Here, the architectural border exists to freeze 2 vastly different eras in place, demanding that anyone looking through it accepts the old port and the glass super towers as one continuous story. The late afternoon sun turns the cladding into a source of light, transforming the sky bridge into a stage. For anyone looking up from the ground, the visitors on the glass appear as dark silhouettes centered within the golden border. The architecture finally completes its inversion. By standing in the center of the lens, you provide the scale necessary to measure the city's growth. You have become the subject now, held in place against the long vertical arc of human ambition.